Hello there everybody, and welcome to another of our Josephine and Jack videos looking at coming out of life after lockdown. And this is about being able to do so confidently as well with all the changes that are now in place. And today we're going to be looking at going out to a cafe. Now Josephine and I were having a little chat about this, and one of her friends has already been to a cafe and would like Josephine to go for coffee and cake as well. And she is interested, but she's a little bit worried because she hasn't been out for many months. She hears that there are one-way systems in place, and she just wants to make sure that she's following the guidelines correctly. So we had a chat about it, and we decided that our friend Ali from the Josephine and Jack project had already been out, and we could maybe give her a ring for some advice. Shall I get in touch with Ali now? Yeah. Hello, Ali.
Hi Josephine, hi Viv, how are you two?
It's lovely to see you. I hope you don't mind us calling. We were just chatting and we knew that you'd already been out to a cafe, and we would just wanted to get some advice about the new systems in place. Is that all right if you could talk us through that?
Of course it is, no worries at all. How are you feeling about it, Josephine? You feeling a bit concerned?
Well, she feels excited because she really wants to see her friend, but yeah, with all of the new guidelines, the one-way system, she's not sure she's going to know what to do.
Josephine, I can completely understand. I felt exactly the same. I hadn't been out to a cafe for a very long time, and my friend wanted to see me. So you know what we decided to do, because I was actually so nervous beforehand, because I thought I might make a mistake, and I didn't know what I had to do, and I wasn't sure about the new rules. So we met outside the cafe because she'd already been before, so she knew what to do. So she said she would meet me outside, see how I felt, and we could take it from there. So I met her outside, and I was very surprised how big the signs were. There were signs on the window of the cafe explaining everything. And also there was big, huge signs on the ground, some footsteps and some arrows to show you the right way to, obviously, to go into the restaurant and to make sure that you were socially distanced. So the signs were actually socially distanced, so you were 2 meters apart. It's just brilliant. So when we got in there, the staff all had their masks on.
Oh, sorry to bother you there, Ali.
Yes.
Josephine said, does she have to wear her mask as well?
Well, Josephine, we were wondering about that too. And actually, we had our masks on when we went in, and they said it's all right to take them off in the cafe, because how can we eat and drink? We couldn't have our coffee and cake if we had our masks on, could we? We hadn't thought of that either.
She hadn't thought of that. No, that must happen to everybody, Josephine.
Yes.
Wonderful. So yes, of course you can take them off to have your coffee and cake. The most important.
So that was brilliant. The staff were absolutely amazing, right? They helped us, they directed us. There was hardly anybody in the cafe at that time either, because what they're doing is they're not letting a lot of people in all at once, okay? So you always feel that you're not too close to somebody else. So that was really good. They directed us to a table and we sat down, and then what happened, they actually took our order from the table. So we didn't have to get up and go to the counter or anything like that. And we didn't have to actually move from the table. When we came to pay and all of that, we came to pay at the table. They came to us. Obviously, if you need to go to the toilet or something like that, then that's all right. And the signs and things would direct you to the toilet, so you wouldn't have to worry about that, okay? So we actually had a very easygoing time at the cafe. I was far more relaxed than I ever thought I was going to be honest with you.
Oh, Josephine said that sounds a whole lot more straightforward than she thought it would be. And most importantly, she just wants to know if you and your friend had a good time.
We did have a good time, but there's one thing I must remember to tell you, Josephine. They asked for our names and addresses when we got there, and that's really important. We had to give our names and addresses because it's called track and trace. So at the moment, if you go in any cafes or restaurants, they like to take your name so that they can get in touch with you, just in case anyone that has been in the restaurant or the cafe that day has come down with COVID at any point or had any symptoms or anything like that. so then they can trace other people that might have been in the cafe that day and let them know. So that's not to say that you're going to get it or anything like that. It's just to prepare and prevent, really. So they'll let you know if there was anybody that had any symptoms and had got in touch with them, and they would let you know, so then you could self-isolate. But I think the thing about that is to try not to worry too much about that. It's a precaution, and they're doing it to protect everybody. And you're doing the right thing by giving your name and your telephone number in that circumstance. Okay.
Josephine's already memorised her telephone number because she's learned to do that before.
Excellent.
So that's really good. Thank you so much, Ali. We're going to say bye-bye now because I think, yeah, Josephine's excited to ring her friend and confirm their coffee and cake date. So I think that'll be happening very soon. Because do you feel a lot better thanks to Ali? Yeah. Wonderful advice as ever.
That's brilliant, Josephine. Also, they provided a hand sanitizer on going in and coming out, so you've got to remember that as well, okay? And the main thing is enjoy your time with your friend and enjoy the coffee and cake, because honestly, once I got settled down and just saw how lovely everybody was, I felt much more calm and I just had a lovely time with my friend.
Lovely. That sounds really good and that's very heartening. Thanks so much, Ali.
So enjoy.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, you too. Bye. Bye.